Hey everybody, this is just a random video, not in regards to narcissism, but I was just wondering what people's opinions are in terms of what's going on in this picture. I got this picture from a channel called WSO. Just want to give him credit because it's not my photo and I believe someone sent it in to him, but it's a really interesting photo. I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think is going on here, and you guys can chime in, and I'd like to hear what your observation on this photo is. In my opinion, this here is the sun simulator, and this over here is the real sun. Or is this the real sun? And that's the simulator. I think this is the simulator because of the beams coming out. Or I don't know if this, the light has turned more whitish because it looks like something is behind, possibly. See, there's almost like a circle. I don't know. I don't know if I'm seeing it wrong. See how there's all these weird, see these weird reflections and beams? That to me suggests that something is behind this thing, and the reflections are coming off and reflecting and creating these beams. And see, there's almost like little orbs over there. There may even be one over there. It's kind of hard to say. But I think those are just reflections of the light, creating different reflections from whatever's going on behind this thing. Something is eclipsing this thing, it appears to me. Now, also, this is a 5G antenna. These are antennas. There's one there, and there's one there. These, without a full understanding of exactly how this works, but I think, it's like a transmitter, and I assume it communicates up with like the 5G tower to transmit the Wi-Fi down to like the street level, and people down here using their phones, which means that it puts everyone into a situation of being constantly irradiated, which there's no level of radiation that is safe for you. And because we are being completely oversaturated in radiation, it's horrendous. First of all, this simulator here is the equivalent of sitting in a tanning bed. And remember, they always said, oh, don't go in tanning beds, they cause skin cancer. This thing is irradiating people. On top of the light bulbs they put in these streetlights are LED bulbs, which also irradiate you. On top of this antenna with the Wi-Fi transmitting up to the 5G tower, it's just like a constant state of being irradiated. Now, I don't understand, I don't think people are quite getting that this is a huge problem, because radiation damages and mutates your cells. When your cells mutate, you then can get cancer. They can then turn cancerous. So this is like a level of pure evil that doesn't even make sense. It's so evil and intentional, it's mind-boggling. It's pure evil. Now, what it appears to me, or just a theory I have, is it seems to me that there's some kind of other planetary system or solar system that seems to be passing through or taken up residence in our solar system, and it's causing and wreaking havoc, basically. And what's happening is they're trying to hide it. They create these clouds. They spray out the chemtrails, and then they have these like laser weapons and pulses where they can pulse the cloud. See how there's these weird patterns? That to me looks like they laser pulsed it, and then what happens is it spreads out and it covers what they're trying to hide. However, when they use these lasers and pulses to spread this out, to hide whatever they're trying to hide, the laser weapons and pulses create even more radiation in the app. The weapons that they're using also are adding yet even more radiation into the atmosphere. The air itself is like radioactive. I mean, and they're trying to make it like radiation is not bad for you. Radiation is so bad for you, it's not even funny. People don't understand radiation because it's invisible. They think it's safe because they can't see it. It's not safe, okay? It's not safe at all. Nothing they're doing is good for humans. Nothing. Now let me explain to you what are sources of radiation, okay? I wrote down a list here. First of all, we have X-rays. Secondly, we have CAT scans. Third, the TSA at the airport. Your cell phone, Wi-Fi. If they came and they replaced your meter on your home to a smart meter, you need to get that thing out of your house, off of your home. It's irradiating you. And it transmits up to the 5G, and they can do all kinds of stuff, and turn up the frequencies and do all this stuff. I mean, you don't want that thing on your home. Then the LED street lights, which I mentioned. Some people have those LED, the same ones they're putting in the street lights. Some people have those on the front of their car. Those are also bad, and they destroy your eyes too. From the AM, FM radio in your car, you're being irradiated. If you have your phone in your car and you're using, like the GPS, and you have that thing on the whole time, then you're in a closed, tight space in your car. You've got the AM, FM radio, you've got your phone on, you're being really irradiated. Cordless phones emit radiation. If you fly on a plane, you're being severely irradiated. If you use a microwave from your alarm clock, most of them are emitting radiation, and of course from the cell towers. So I mean, we are so oversaturated in radiation, it's mind-boggling. It's you can't go anywhere and not be irradiated. You're literally being irradiated like every second of every day, because if you have Wi-Fi in your home, if you have Wi-Fi in your office, if you go to some musical or sporting event at some big stadium and you go in there and there's 20,000 seats and everyone has their cell phone on, you've now got 20,000 cell phones irradiating you. So I mean, it's like, back in the day when there was no cell towers and no cell phones, you weren't being irradiated at all unless you went to the ER and got some x-ray, you were almost never being irradiated, and people rarely flew on planes. Of course, you're in your car, everyone drives and stuff, but remember, back in the day, you didn't have a cell phone, you just had the radio at that point. Now, because we're being constantly irradiated, you need to take precautions to get all of this crap and irradiation out of your home. If you're working or living anywhere near a cell phone tower, you're in grave danger. Do not believe anyone that tells you it's safe. It's not safe. It's not safe. It's not healthy. Just because you're fine now and you're not experiencing any symptoms, believe me, you will be. You will be. Now, I don't know if they even, I don't think 5G is fully turned on in most areas. I think maybe it's on in certain areas. I know I see the towers where I'm at, but I don't know if it's on yet. I don't have a meter, like one of those testing, I don't have, the meter to test the radiation. I know it's not like an option on your phone as of right now, so that's what leads me to believe it's not really kind of like fully turned on and implemented yet. I really don't know. As far as I can see, it's not on, but I don't know. All the antennas and towers are up. I just don't think it's fully operational yet, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, but they're putting the infrastructure in place, which is scary because it's like, why is it even there? The citizens didn't approve it, that's for sure. No one consented to it, and it was just there. So, it's hard to say. All I know is it's horrendous for human health. That's all I'm trying to point out, and just to warn people, so they maybe, for the time being, could take some precautions to at least try to reduce some of these things, at least in their home, their work, their environment, because since you're constantly being irradiated outside, then you want to reduce, it's a significant health hazard. And like I said, just because you're not experiencing symptoms now, you will be, believe me, you will be. So you've got to reduce these things. Put your cell phone on airplane mode when you're not using it, or turn it off completely, and you won't be getting irradiated. So that's one small tip for your cell phone. At least keep it on airplane mode or off when you're not using it. You'll still get your messages when you put it off of airplane mode. You still get all of your messages and calls and stuff. You're not gonna miss anything. So anyway, that's my advice. Let me know. I'm curious to hear people's explanations as to what's going on in this picture. Thank you.